What is going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you and just kind of showing you the documentation of my journey over the past year, 6 to 8 months. And the biggest mistake I've made this year, hands down, which was overspending. I'm going to show you guys in this video my personal budget tracking and how I'm mapping all of my personal expenses. And I'm also going to show you how that lines up, like, and how I run that against my profitability of my business. And like all the craziest mistakes I've made in June that caused me to have a really rough month. And it was bad. Okay. So I just want to keep that out of there. So let's go back to, beginning of the year. Business is going good. We're cranking all the way. I left Miami in December. I'm traveling, right? And my business was making anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000 a month. Working only a few days a week. I got cocky. Post Miami 2022, I hired another VA. I think I had like 3 or 4 VAs sourcing all of these leads. And here are 3 of the biggest mistakes that I made that led me up to June, which was the worst month. My business basically broke even. Here are the 3 mistakes I made. Number 1, I over-delegated and I stopped doing the most important things in my business, like sourcing high-quality leads. And I overlooked the importance of tasks like restocking, repricing, and focusing on high-velocity SKUs instead of going so wide that you can't manage everything. Okay, I overlooked all of those things. I also was selling a lot of categories like Nike clothing. My return rate went to 30%, and it was killing my margins. So here's what I did to fix that. I let go of almost all of my VAs but one, and the only thing she does is update my spreadsheets. And then I took control of all of my sourcing and got back into my business, doing the things that mattered the most, made me the most money. If you're early on, don't over delegate. And if you're going to delegate, make sure that your VAs are going to be able to do it as good as you. Or delegate the things that don't make you the money, right? So I over delegated. Number 2, I was selling clothing and shoes. I don't know how you guys do it that are successful at it. My return rate was through the roof and it killed me. My profit would be really high one month and then it would go way down. So now I only sell health and personal care and beauty items, and my return rate right now is 4%. And the third mistake that I made was that I was over involved in other projects like Amazon automation. I was running a few other people's stores. I was still trying to sell courses and do coaching, and it became so much that I wasn't doing anything really good. I was just doing everything okay. So I cut most of those things out. Now I'm focusing primarily on selling on Amazon right now and trying to make my business as hyper profitable as possible, and then taking that money, minimizing my personal expenses so that the money left over I can take and invest in assets. Okay, so let's jump right into, I just had my bookkeeper, Honeyled. If you guys don't have a bookkeeper, I strongly recommend you get a bookkeeper. Make the spreadsheet for me. And basically you can see the first parts of the year here in January, this is my total spending right here. So you can see this amount is how much I spent, this number right here, for the whole month. So I spent $3,912 in February, $7,000 in March, $7,000 in April. You can see as the year goes on, my personal expenses, this was high because I paid a lot of taxes, but my personal expenses slowly start to rise really quickly, especially right in the spring. Okay, so this is what fucked me. And I enacted this budget spreadsheet to track my personal expenses in August, July. And you can see my goal is to keep it under $3,000, and that's what I'm doing. And I just track all of these different categories, and I also have my investments. So like this is how much I put in my IRA or cash in my Schwab account. That's a mix, and this is how much I bought in Bitcoin. Okay, I don't include these as my personal expenses. And then this is where I got fucked. I was traveling so much and my personal expenses went way up. And then let me show you guys my business profitability over time. So you can see if you go here in this column right here, actual profit, I was making a decent amount of money, 3,000, 7,000, 5,000, 5,000. Look at this, $800 in June. My business went to complete shit. And that is all the result of over delegating to my VAs, not working enough, high return rates. This is what happens when you stop working in your business. $800 in June. I got fucked. And the crazy thing was, look, I still got paid out 34 grand, you know. I spent a lot of money in here. It's not like I stopped spending money. I was spending money. It's just that, and I learned from these things. So in June, here's the catch. In June, I was like, that's it. I'm going back home. I'm chilling at my dad's rent free. I'm going to put all my time back into my business, get back to basics, stop screwing off, and really learn from this huge mistake that I made. And that's exactly what I did. I found several fast moving velocity items. And yeah, and that allowed me to really to make these improved numbers. So if we go back here, you can see I did great in July and August, 15,000 in July, 15,000 profit in August. And then I'm on track to do hopefully at least 10 this month. I'm going to have a slower September as I plan for Q4. I'm dialing back a few things and I'm making some plans so I can explode October, November, December. That's kind of the move right now, guys. This is that's the biggest lesson. So now I know in August I made 15K, but I only spent $2,400 on personal expenses, and I spent 9,000 on investments. So that means that other 4,000 is getting reinvested back into my business. So this is one of the biggest game changers that I made, was knowing exactly how much money I'm making, knowing exactly how much money that I'm spending, and making sure that I'm building in a huge deficit. One of the things that I'm learning about business and also in life, anything that you're not tracking, I was a gunslinger. I've been gunslinging the whole year. And if you're not tracking it, you're going to get screwed over. So anyways, now I'm here in Mexico. I'll show you guys hopefully a few clips in the next section.